Alright, hi Fairy Fam, welcome back to my vlog. Today we are doing my week 21 weigh-in and Michael's week 7 weigh-in. And let us start off with my week did not go well. I maintained 99.9% of the week, and then overnight I am up point 0.4. The issue is I am female, and we have those moments where we have bloating and stuff like that. So this is the very first time where I am ever showing on a scale, unfortunately, that I have gone up. It's not even half a pound, but this is the first time since December that I have gone up on the scale at all. However, I have gone down in inches. I measured my inches as well. I have a photo to include with that at the end of this video, which I will also do my food accountability and Michael's food accountability posts, as I do with every week. So I measured on the 4th, which was yesterday, and my arm is down a total of 2.5 inches. It has gone down about 1/4 of an inch since the last time I measured. My calf is down 1.5 inches. It is down 1/2 inch since the last time I measured. My thighs are down 4 inches total, and it has remained the same since the last time I measured. My hips are down 4.5 inches, and it is the same since the last time I measured. My belly is down 9 inches total, and it is down 1/2 inch from the last time I measured. My waist, oh wow, my waist is down 1/2 inch, no, 0.75 of an inch, and it is down 6 inches total. My bust is down 6 inches total, and it is the same since the last time I measured. So always measure your inches so you have those non-scale victories, as well as your weight, so that you know what you are on the scale, because that can fluctuate and it doesn't mean you're gaining weight. If the scale goes up, you could be losing inches. So I'm definitely still losing inches. It's probably just bloating. I don't know. I've been eating all the normal stuff. I've been staying on track and everything like that. And I'm a female. So I'm thinking next week is going to be much better. I'm not worried about it at all. Michael's week 7, he has lost 4 pounds, which is an overall total loss of 26.2 pounds. And he is also, we're eating basically the same stuff. So, if he's losing, I should be losing. So obviously it's a hormone thing right now. I did not do his inches measurements, which I do need to do this week or this weekend at some point in time and get that done. So what I wanted to do was, I did, my last video was about how to read nutritional information on the labels and understand the macros better. I know a lot of people, I have gotten comments and messages saying that the video helped them out a lot with understanding a few things, but they still needed it kind of like broken down a little bit more. I can do individual videos on each macro. If that helps anybody out, just leave a comment below and let me know if individual videos is going to help break it down, maybe like pictures and stuff like that to explain it just a little bit better if you need. I'm more of a visual person myself, so sitting there and just listening to it's going to go over my head too. So just leave a comment, let me know. I did, however, want to kind of voice a little bit of concern with the memes that I'm seeing and the posts in all the keto groups. And I've raised this issue in at least 2 other previous videos that I've done. I am not fond of seeing people posting repeatedly that they can't follow their diets, that they have to start over, they have to jump back on the bandwagon, or they fell off the wagon, or they had a cheat meal. I mean, I understand willpower in general for dieting is incredibly difficult. That is something that we have to learn. It is a process, and having a healthy relationship with food itself and with your own body, and understanding how what your body actually needs and how much, and how to handle that properly. This is not exactly something that we are taught in school, and unfortunately, as adults, we have to figure it out, and it is 10 times harder during quarantine when there's a meat shortage going on, the shelves are empty and stuff like that. And I get it. There a lot of people can't even afford food right now. I get it. I really do. Um, but posting that stuff on there in those groups, and then the memes like joking about the quarantine 15 or freshman 15, and the pictures of like how you're going to look when you come out of quarantine, and just like a fat cartoon character or something like that. Like, it's really those groups and stuff, specifically other people that are trying to diet and handle their own self-image and everything like that. It's kind of deflating. I mean, I get it. On one hand, it can be funny, but in my personal opinion, it's not funny at all. Like, I know a lot of people, and I included, struggle with self-image, and gaining a few pounds here and there actually is like a blow to like confidence and everything like that, to all the progress that you have tried to make, to all the effort that you've put into your dieting. It could be self-defeating to somebody starting out their diet, or somebody that's been in their diet and that is now financially struggling, and they can't help because they can't buy the specific things they need for their diet, whatever the diet may be. I'm not saying specifically keto. If they're on Weight Watchers and they can't afford the pre-made food that gets sent to them, or I don't know how that works, Atkins, one of those, you have to buy the meals or something, I think, isn't it? I've never been on either one. I know Atkins has the frozen meals in the stores. Um, Maybe they can't afford their plan. Maybe they can't afford their shakes if they're on shakes, or however they do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's self defeating because they're going, well, I can't help that. I can't follow my diet. And then I'm seeing you're over here, going through fast food and having a burger because you can't control yourself, and you're going to tell me all about it. That makes me want to go, I give up. I'm just going to go have a burger and just get fat and not care. And then that just completely destroys the whole I want to better myself mindset, and I want to be on track with what I'm doing. I want to learn self control. I want to learn to make better choices and stuff like that. So I understand everybody, even during dieting, they have their failures here and there, or what they consider our failures or setbacks. Uh, and they have in their minds, the self-defeating talk and everything like that, or, they make excuses. Oh, I can have this, and I'll exercise and burn that off, kind of thing. Like, everybody just is very different in the way that they diet and the way that they handle things and stress and stuff like that. Like, this is a very stressful situation to begin with, and you put dieting on top of that, and then lack of food sources and cleared out shelves on top of that, and then a financial strain on top of that, and it's just a layer of issues. And then the icing on the cake is to just make fun of getting fat. I don't know if I've kind of put that my point across. Does that make sense? I don't want to sound completely rude, but I'm starting to feel really, really bad for everybody. Michael's sitting over here. I'm starting to feel really, really bad for everybody that is, having issues and struggling with her diet and is like me. I'm trying very, very hard to crack down on my macros and stuff, and I don't even have money for food right now. You know, so I'm really struggling too, but I'm not struggling as bad as some of my family members who literally cannot go grocery shopping. Every time I go grocery shopping, I have maybe $100 to spend, if that, and that's been set aside in a budget, and the shelves are clear. So I pay attention to what people aren't buying, and I see if that can be fit into whatever recipes I already have that go along with it, or I grab it while I can because I know it's going to be gone the next time. Like cheeses. Cheese is going to be gone the next time. It was actually stocked up today, but all the meats were gone. So all I got was like 2 things of like ground chicken or whatever, and some frozen chicken. The bags of frozen chicken, the pre-made, those are always stocked up, and the frozen fish, those are always stocked up. Don't go to the fresh section. Go to the frozen section. They seem to always be stocked up. That's how I get my fish and chicken and my shrimp, and that just stays in the freezer. Fresh veggies, that's a hit or miss, especially as far as freshness for you know. Go for the frozen veggies if you have to. I know they're not the greatest, but um, I've got frozen broccoli in the freezer right now, and I prefer fresh. Um, Sometimes you just have to kind of alter it just a little bit. Uh, so I wanted to kind of issue a little bit of a challenge because I know it's going to be a challenge, but I also know that the stores are kind of empty right now and people are struggling and stuff like that. So I want to kind of just put it in your mind. If you want to do this challenge, I know it's going to be a little difficult, but just kind of put it in your mind to start reading labels and just be like, okay, well, I told myself for this week, it's just 1 week. If you can do this challenge for 1 week, I want you to comment below and let me know if you're capable of doing it, because I'm going to try it for 1 week. So for 1 week, I want you guys to cut back on salt and sodium. And by cut back, I mean stay under 1,000 milligrams. That's what averages like a little bit higher than that. Just stay under about 1,000 milligrams of sodium. Number 2, try intermittent fasting. And intermittent fasting for a lot of dieters that aren't keto, because it's part of a keto thing, but a lot of other dieters, they'll eat whenever, and intermittent fasting is basically you can go from like 6 p.m. to like 11 a.m. and you don't eat anything solid. You can have tea, you can have, I'd say like a green tea, uncaffeinated teas, waters. You can have electrolyte drinks, that kind of stuff. Anything liquid is fine. No smoothies. That counts as food. And then from the hours of 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. during the day, you can eat your meals on your plan. I usually stick to about 2 meals a day with a snack in between. That's how my diet goes. So try intermittent fasting. The schedule I'm going to give you is 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. You're allowed to have food. Any other time, drink water or whatever, your Zevia sodas, whatever. Number 3, count your macros, not your calories. I want you to count your macros. I want you to, this is a challenge. I want you to I want you to try to stay under 100 carbs a day. That's low carb, right? 50 to 100 is low carb. I want you to try to stay under 100 carbs a day. And I want you to write down your proteins, your fats, your carbs, your fiber. Write it on in a little journal or a notebook or a piece of paper. Just keep that in the kitchen. And when you go to eat something, just write it down real quick. And at the end of the week or at the end of the day, calculate it and see what you're eating during the day. That'll help you learn to, I guess, keep track and see where you're kind of messing up in your diet a little bit or where you kind of slacked off a little bit, and maybe you could refine your macros a little bit to fix wherever you might have hiccups in your diet. if you're having hiccups in your diet. If not, then, learning to count macros is a good idea. Number 4, no refined carbs or sugar. And refined carbs are, let me look at my list so that I make sure that I get that correct. Refined carbs are white breads, cereals, pastas, and sugary goods like cookies, donuts, cakes. Those are refined carbs. Other refined carbs, whole wheat products, and foods with complex carbs because they're not easily digested. So if you could cut back or avoid completely refined carbs and added sugars or sugars in your foods, I know it's going to be a challenge, but try to follow it and find alternatives. Number 5, drink water. I know a lot of people are, you're sitting at home, you got plenty of time and opportunity to catch up on, hydrating yourself and trying to relax and stuff like that. I'm just going to say maybe 2 bottles of water a day. Add that to whatever you normally do. If you already drink enough water during the day, that's great, because I know I don't. But 2 bottles of water a day is going to be part of that challenge. 6, meal prep. I want you to meal prep for the week. I want you to see if you can follow a meal prep, or if you can even do meal prepping, or even, I'll put it as, if you can learn meal prep. If you can meal prep for one day, say you're gonna be busy the next day, if you're still an essential worker and you have to be out of the house, or whatever, just be like, okay, well, tomorrow I'm going to cook this now, and that's all I'm going to have tomorrow. If you can meal prep for one day or learn how to meal prep, that's part of the challenge. Number 7, portion size your food. I want you to measure out everything. I know this is a difficult challenge. It's a challenge. If you don't know how to portion size, take your normal size of food. If it's like a full plate, cut it in half. So if you don't portion size, take your normal plate, cut it in half, and start there. I try to measure everything out as much as possible, but that's what I've been doing, so I'm just used to it. A lot of people aren't used to that. Number 8, no processed foods, no pre-made foods. Everything has to be all natural. I want you to have your veggies. You know what? Everybody's on a different diet. If you normally have fruit and berries, have your fruit and berries. I want you to write down those macros, though, so that you know that fruits and berries have carbs in them. If you have salads, meats, that kind of stuff. No, try to avoid processed foods as much as possible. It's okay if you slip up, but I want you to write down those macros. I want you to have that notated so that you know what wasn't, best for you that day or that week. And number 9, which is going to be the hardest one for, I think, everybody to follow, no caffeine for a week. No sodies, no coffee, no caffeinated teas. I want you to try it and see what happens when you detox your body from caffeine. Do you sleep better? Are you hungrier, less hungry? How does it affect your mentality? You're going to have some withdrawal issues for a day or two, but I did a detox and I had some issues for a day or two, but by the end of my detox week, 1, I was bored of eating fish and veggies, but 2, I felt a lot better. I was sleeping better and stuff like that. So no caffeine for a week. Try to do that. So this is a challenge. Like it's gonna take a lot of mindfulness. It's gonna take a lot of dedication. And if anybody is up for the challenge, then that would be really awesome. like really awesome. Even if you can't do all 9 of those things, try to do at least, I'm gonna say 4. Try to pick 4 of probably the most challenging options, and do that for 1 week. And if you can maybe track it and do a video on your page and let me know so I can see how that went, how your progress went, or if you want to leave a comment or message me directly, that would be cool too. I just want to see if anybody would be up for quarantine dieting challenge, because everybody seems to be struggling, and I kind of just want to, I don't want people to just fall off the wagon and gain their quarantine 15. I want everybody to just kind of get right back on track and to just go, okay, I need to focus on this. I know when I get to the store, if I see it, I should get it if I'm capable of getting it. Other than that, I need to kind of just trim down what I am eating and eat a little cleaner, or, you know, be mindful of drinking more water during the day, or cutting back on sodium or anything like that. So there's a challenge. I really hope somebody is willing to do it. That would be awesome. And I'm going to now insert food accountability, and I did comparison photos of myself in 2 different outfits and a side-by-side. Was it my face? Did I do a face picture? Yeah, I did two outfits comparison, from the last time I wore the outfit to now, and I'm down about 20 pounds from the last time. And I did a face comparison photo, and I did my measurements comparison photo. I put my measurements in there so that you can see. I'm a visual learner, so you can see it as well. So, alright. I will catch you guys in another video at another time. Please leave me a comment below. Let me know if you want to do the challenge, if you're up for the challenge. And we can talk privately if you want about it, and if you need support through the process, I'm here. I am here for you. So I will catch you guys in another video at another time. Enjoy the food slideshow.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.